Hey guys, I know just a couple weeks ago I did a review on the portable fish finder I've been using, and I was always real happy with it. It done the job and everything. But just the other day I ran into this and I thought I want to get this passed on to you as quickly as I can while the opportunity exists. This is the Garmin Striker 4 fish finder, and I'm going to tell you all about it here in just a second. Okay, let's go through the box real quick. I want to show you what you get, and then we're going to come and close up and give you a little close-up view of it. Basically, here is your mount. And I took a look at this. It is really kind of slick because you just slide off the top part, the bottom part mounts. There's the screws. You mount it right in the boat, and then you just slide this. And then it allows you to turn it any way you need to change it. And I'll show you in a second. Here is the Garmin Striker 4 itself. And when I bring it back here, and if I get it right on here in the right spot, it just mounts right there. So I'm sitting in the boat. I can now turn it whichever way I want. I can tilt it whichever way I want. And when I'm all done, it's really just one easy move, and I can leave that part in the boat or the other, or I can just push it here, take that off, and leave this part in the boat. So it's easy to take out, which makes it good for portability, and I'll show you why you want it to be portable in a little bit. And that's the first two parts. The bag, you'll also find the power wire. It's got a small fuse in here, so there's your power set up. And over here in this bag we will find the transducer and all the cord for it. Plenty to put it in the back of the boat or the front of the boat, wherever you want it. You got enough cord there to definitely go the entire length of the boat. And one thing they also give you right off the bat is the mounting bracket to attach it to your trolling motor. So if you do want to put it on the trolling motor, you don't have to worry about running to the town and finding pipe clamps or whatever to attach it with. They give you a mounting bracket right with this, stick it on your trolling motor. So really, you get along with it. You got all your paperwork that you always get, and I'm not going to go through all that stuff. Basically, you got the spot to mount your boat, or this could be portable, and again, we'll go over that later. Transducer cable mounting. Gonna get my glasses so I can read this. Basically what you get with this, it's a 3.5-inch screen. The nice thing about it, where I liked it, it's got GPS. You'll have GPS, it's got chirp technology. And why did I want to get here in a hurry to show you this real quick without getting out in the field and testing it? Because if you've watched my stuff, you know I like to test stuff first. Here's the reason. I found this at my home improvement store, a Menards, which is like Lowe's or Home Depot if you don't happen to have Menards by you. If you happen to have a Menards near you, you might want to go look for this. And I found it in the automotive section. The key is, right now at Menards, now this is last year's model. So it's probably the 216, the 217s are just coming out. As a matter of fact, I looked at a 217 just the other day at a Bass Pro Shop. The 217 model at the Bass Pro Shop I noticed was $179. Menards, I bought this for $99. $99. I have a color screen, I have GPS and everything for under $100. And I figure it's a limited time. Whatever your Menards store happens to have on the shelf right now is what they're going to have. So you better get there in a hurry if you want to get one, because I don't know, I should be going back to buy a second one. After I've looked at this, I haven't even been able to get it out. But the things it can do, I think I'm going to love this far more than the one I had been using. So let's get down to, let me get this hooked up, put the transducer on it, let me get it attached to a battery, and then let me get up here where we can show you what it's going to do. Okay, here we go. Got it set up, got it with power on. Let's turn her on. Now I hopefully can do this without this jumping all over the place, so you actually be able to see something. I guess I'll know when I'm done, right? Alright, that's your main screen when you come up. Now what we're going to do is right off the bat, I'm going to change it over down here in settings, and I'm going to set up for the system, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of simulator and turn on simulator. And now we will be able to come back. Hopefully I did this right now. Alright, we should be set for traditional right now. Let's give her a shot and see what we get. There we go. Let me see if I can get in a little closer on that. Now that's good. We'll leave it right there. There's your main screen you'd have. You can change the color. I really like the blue. We'll see what it's like outdoors, but it looks good. As you can see, we've got our depth. We'll have our temperature. We'll have the voltage from our battery, and we will have what time it is. You can see, your fish markings you'll have. For a color screen, I think it looks really good. We'll see how it does when it gets out in the field, what you're going to have. But for now, to me, that looks pretty good. Now, here's the reason you want to make it portable. Let's say you're going ice fishing. Now you have your own flasher. So not only do you have your standard fish finder, now you can switch it over. You can set it up as a flasher. Yeah, I know it's not going to be as good as one of those, the fancier high-priced ones. But technically, you can set this up and it might work pretty well for your ice fishing. I wish we had enough ice in the lakes. I'd love to go out and try this. Now let's go down, let's split the frequency. And now we'll have 200 kilohertz on one side and 77 on the other. So now it's to decide what degree angle of the cone are you doing. The 77 degree angle will be a wider cone, cover a little more area. It might not be quite as fine, the finesse, or as sharp an image. You might be a little sharper with the 200, but this allows you to do a split screen with both. Frankly, I'm not sure why. Somebody that has more knowledge of this stuff could probably tell me there's a good reason why you do that. Here's the feature I think I'm really going to like. And here's the waypoint maps. Here's where you set a spot. Let's say you're fishing out in the lake. I'll give you an example. Last summer, I found a hump out, and it wasn't 30 yards away from a fishing dock. It was about 6 feet of water, surrounded by 15 or 20 feet of water. The whole thing was maybe 20 yards by 20 yards. I went over it. I saw it. I had to go back 5 times before I could actually find it again. Here, what you do is, there's your boat. If you got over the right spot, all you have to hit is one button right down here in the corner, and you just marked your waypoint. Now you can add any more information you want as far as exactly where it's at or anything like that. It's one touch of a button, your waypoint is marked. And I believe I read somewhere it'll hold thousands of waypoints on various lakes. Now, you're not going to have any maps, but the lakes I fish in, I won't use the maps anyway, so there I could care less. I just want to be able to mark the drop-offs, the points, the humps, the stuff like that. I want to be able to mark that, and so when I come back to it a week or a month later, I'll know right where to go. I'll hit up that waypoint, it'll show my boat, it'll show the waypoint, all I got to do is take myself right to it. That, to me, is going to be great. You can also do the waypoint plus the traditional at the same time. Now you've got your waypoints, and you can see this at the same time. I'm not going to go into it here, but there is a setting in here. You can change it and make it horizontal instead of vertical. You can have the waypoints on top and the traditional on the bottom. So you can do them both ways around if you want. Your user data, your settings, and everything else, that's all there. To me, the thing I like, it seems very, very simple. It didn't take me very long, and guys, I'm kind of technologically challenged. So when you get into some of this stuff, us old guys, we're not the best on it. This, to me, seems so easy, so simple. I got the feeling I'm going to go out in the lake, hit the power button, I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to be happy. I can see that easily. I'm hoping it's going to work that way in the sunlight, but I see no reason why it can't. And if you do have problems here, you can change it. As far as the background colors, you can start changing them. So if blue is not a good color, You can change other colors. There's supposed to be one, let me see. There you go. There you can mark a fish. You can actually move over. I can come down here and mark. There's that mark. I'm in 30 feet of water. That mark is at 21 feet. So I can get right down to the exact marks. So there are just all kinds of things you can do with it, guys. It really looks neat. And I wanted to get to you quick on this thing because these might not stay on the shelf very long. So I thought this might be something you want to get into fairly quick. So I thought I better get a video out on this as quick as I could. Well, guys, I think that'll do her. Garmin Striker 4 portable fish finder. Like I said, right now I've seen it at Menards, $99. If you're lucky, you might have a little your 11% credit money coming. I happen to have $15 worth, so I was down to 84 when I got done. Nice thing is, everything about it I like too. It's just like, here's your power cord and your transducer cord. Power cord's red. We're not going to get them mixed up. On the back, it even wants to make sure you get it put in the right way around. It even marks it on here again so you won't mess it up. And then to seal them up, each of the transducer cord and the power cord has a nice little cap to go over the end to keep any dirt or dust or anything like that out of there. So to me, that's just another nice little touch that maybe you don't see on some of the other stuff. So all right, that's it for this one. If you're looking for one, this might be the unit you want. So to me, it looks like it's going to be really good. Thanks for sticking with me. Hope to see you again soon.